Trail runners, welcome back to Chasing Gold, where we are chatting with some of the front runners coming to the Black Canyon 100K, all of which are trying to get one of those 3 coveted golden tickets. That's right, we have 3 golden tickets. Get on the podium this year, pack your dance shoes, and you will be going to Western States. Today, we are speaking with one of the most beloved athletes in the sport, Miss Claire Gallagher. Claire runs with Patagonia, La Sportiva, Petzl, and Honey Stinger. She has won some of the most prestigious races on the planet, including Western States, Leadville, and the CCC at UTMB. Lately, Claire has been on the big island of Hawaii, and we are going to talk about that. Claire, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Scott.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. First, let's talk about Hawaii. What were you doing there?
So I spent some time on the Big Island, which is called Hawaii. That's like the name of that island, also the name of the state. And yeah, it's it's like what can't you do on the Big Island? Oh goodness, there's such good trail running. There's really good free diving, which is what initially brought me out there, which is basically like advanced snorkeling, where you dive deep in the water column. And the reason I love free diving is to be able to see more marine life. I studied coral in undergrad, and so any chance I can get to be in the water, look at the marine world, I'm taking that chance, and that's what I did for the past month.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was a perfect training ground for Black Canyon. It's hot on the Big Island, but there's also 2 volcanoes, Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, that are both over 13,000 feet. And they have incredible, rich volcanic history, but even like cooler Hawaiian history. Mauna Kea being a very sacred mountain. So just being able to soak that up as a visitor is like
Sure.
is nothing better.
And on that free diving, are you measuring how long you're under? Do you have a personal record for time spent under?
Yeah, so typically free diving is gauged by depth,
Okay.
and most free divers use meters. So my PR is 30 meters, which is about 100 feet
Woo!
down, and it's actually like beginner.
Okay.
I will never be an elite free diver. I mean, it's decent, but um the folks who are really training to go at depth are going, 50 meters, like for
Wow.
just like training sessions, which is just bonkers. So I was surrounded by quite a few like at different sessions, world-class freedivers, and to see them go to those depths is phenomenal. I mean, the equalization that they do through their ears, that's my typically limiting factor, because to go to about 100 feet only takes like less than 90 seconds. So
Wow.
the breath hold isn't really the limitation typically.
And is it 90 seconds you're swimming, or are you weighted going down?
So everything's constant weight, because you're never like dropping weight, and like littering,
Sure.
like lead. So yeah, I'm wearing weight because I'm wearing a wetsuit. The water's cool. It's warm, but it's cool enough where you need a wetsuit.
Sure.
in Hawaii. And so, yeah, I was wearing like 6 pounds weight, but I had a kind of a hefty wetsuit on, 5 mil. So you have weight around your waist, and you dive down, and it's once you reach negative buoyancy, that's when you start free fall, and that's like one of the coolest feelings you can ever get.
Wow.
It's very similar to like the ultimate running flow. You know, so say for some miraculous reason I reach running flow at like mile 30 of Black Canyon. You can get that in free diving with free fall when you're falling in the water column without using any effort.
Wow.
And then you start to feel the lactic acid buildup when you're lactate acid, yeah, kicking up. So like to ascend takes quite a bit of energy because you're fighting negative buoyancy and you have to make it
Wow.
to the surface. Yeah.
Wow. So cool. So cool. Have you had any time to do any running?
Yeah. We'll find out. We'll
Yeah.
find out on February 12th.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Talk to me about the running though. What have you been doing? What does the training look like? How many hours? What does a typical week look like?
I'm a pretty low mileage ultra runner. I'm fully fit into my coach's philosophy, who most people will know of, David Roche.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, and I've been working with him for over 6 years. So we've hopefully, got it dialed at this point where I'm running 6 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week. I was taking more time off running when I was in Hawaii, just because I was doing a lot of swimming as much as I could. And yeah, I mean, my max week for this block was 80 miles. So, and that's big for me. That's really
Sure.
big.
Is that pretty
Uh,
similar to the builds up for States and Leadville and CC? Yeah. Cool.
yeah, exactly. So I did get a 50K run in for this build up, and that was up this volcano mountain called Mauna Loa, which is the most massive mountain by volume in the world. And
Wow.
it's one of the most active volcanoes. It was not active when I was on it, thankfully.
Sure.
Um, and it means white, or no, it means long mountain in Hawaiian, Mauna Loa. And yeah, it was a fantastic day. I was out there for 9 hours. So
Nice.
I got a full dose. In Hawaiian mythology, there's this deity called Madame Pele, and she's the volcanic goddess. And all of her realm is like all of the volcanoes of Hawaii. And so every time I would do a run, really on any of these volcanoes, but especially this one because it was such a big day for me. I said a
Yeah.
little prayer to Madame Pele, asking for safe passage, and she granted it to me. So I live to tell another day. See you another
Cool.
day.
Very cool. And I know that this is not your first trip to Black Canyon. You came down here on the infamous rainy year. It could be rainy this year. You never know. And you got a second place finish. What takeaways do you have from that race? What are you thinking about this race? Are there any sections of the course that you need to pay particular attention to or play into your strengths? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, that was 2017. Well, one, Nicole Bitter ran an amazing race that year.
She
No
did.
one's surprised. She's such a good runner,
Yes, she is.
amazing person. That was a really, really, really hard race for me. One of the reasons why I'm coming back is because I feel like that Black Canyon is an incredible course, an incredible race, good atmosphere. Y'all put on a really, really good race, and I don't think I gave it like the respect it deserves. And so that's
Okay.
part of my reason for going back and getting a really competitive 100K in this year, early
Nice.
in the year. Yeah, I learned, I mean, I didn't like surrender during that race, and that's why yeah, I did get second place, but it was a very, very arduous second place.
Sure. Sure.
um I hope to have a little more flow this year, and sort of in surrender, like the net downhill at the beginning. um I feel like wrecks a lot of my quads
Sure.
in particular. And it kind of plays out not too dissimilar from States itself, where you have, at least last year at States, where so much of the high country was didn't have snow, and so we were all wrecked at the beginning. At least I was, and I'm just trying not to make the same mistakes again, and like to feel somewhat okay around mile 40.
That's a good plan. Feel good. You need to put yourself in a position to be successful late in the race. Yeah, I feel that those 20 miles to Bumblebee do a number on the athletes, and yeah, I mean, I think you need a mental strategy going for those first 20 and just stick with it, right?
Yeah, I love that you're laughing because it's just like carnage, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's absolute carnage, especially when you take an aggressive field, all going for a prize everyone wants. It leads to some amazing racing. How about what is in your bottles? What's in your pocket? How are you treating the fueling and hydration piece?
Yeah, get the calories in. That's the number one key, and don't skimp. You can't get away with, skimping in 100K like you might be able to on a bad stomach, like in a 50K. So I'm trying to be, put my big girl pants on and get the Coca-Cola in, get the honey
Nice.
stinger. I'll be taking a lot of honey stinger gels, but I was practicing with some like gluten-free PB&Js for the past month, and those have been sitting well. So we'll see if I try those on race day.
All right, cool. And what is the pacing or mental strategy? Are you planning on just going out running your own race? Do you feel like you need to keep up with the lead pack, or how will you approach this?
Scott, you think I'm going to give you my race plan?
I would hope so. Come on, why not?
I'm totally kidding. Yeah, I want to not go out too hot.
Okay.
Actually, it's something I struggle to do, is to rein in the stoke. And like I said, this race deserves patience and respect. It's a long day, even though it's fast. So yeah, that's kind of my plan, is to not blow it all up in the first 50K.
Sure. Have you had a chance to look at some of the names coming? Because I think you're going to need those big girl pants to get on the podium.
I know, man. I freaking look into the entry list and I see Addie Bracy, and I'm
Addie.
like, I like immediately texted her because Addie and I are good friends, and we just can't manage to not do the same races. And I just feel like we're always racing each other, and it's so funny because I know she'll put on a good race. And then I saw Io is on the starting line.
She is one of the
Ah,
many talented athletes coming.
yeah. Oh, it's super exciting. Io's gonna be there. I have raced her as well a bunch, and gosh, yeah, she's super fast. And I mean, yeah, you're probably talking to like 5, 10 other women and
Mm-hmm.
men, and yeah,
It's going to be a good day.
yeah, it'll be a really good day.
All right, I'm actually going to draw on a little personal history. I saw you post a few years ago, and it's helped me tremendously. You had paraphrased a quote. I'm not sure who had it originally. That if you stay on your path, doors will open for you. But if you leave that path, you'll never see those doors open. Personally, big thank you. This has played a huge part of my own personal life the last few years. But looking at Claire Gallagher, what path are you on? What do we expect to see from you the next few years?
Mm, super cool, Scott. I'm glad you're on your path.
I am.
Um, yeah, I am really excited to hopefully be going back to school in the fall, to study marine biology, and that's part of the reason was spending time closer to the equator. Protecting the oceans has been one of my main passions and goals through most of my life. But as I've been running professionally and working for Patagonia for the past uh, years, running since, like, yeah, I guess it's been 2016 when I started doing this kind of around the clock. I've strayed a little bit from the oceans work that I've done in the past, and I'm so excited to take the support from Patagonia and to get back into school and to hopefully become more of an expert in how we can save more of our planet and our oceans. So hopefully I'll be going to school in Boulder in the fall, but I don't want to jinx it. So
Sure, sure.
that's my plan.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Let us now hop into the 10-question fast-paced fartlek round with Claire. Question 1. What sneakers will you be wearing on race day?
Sneakers. I'll be wearing Las Sportivas. I'll be wearing the Captivas. Best trail shoes, best race shoes. I love them. They're so fast.
You are the second athlete in a row that had a giggle of me calling them sneakers. Am I not? Is there something else going on? What are we putting on our feet these days? Did I miss the service announcement?
That's way more accurate than tennis shoes, so I appreciate you.
Awesome. All right. You win the golden ticket. Who would you rather be handing it to? Gene Wilder or Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Gene Wilder has zero answers so far. Mind-blowing. Grocery store, guilty pleasure. What are you putting in the grocery cart each week that we should know about?
Probably gluten-free Oreos.
Oreos are a big guilty pleasure. You are walking onto the Mayer High School track. You get to choose the song you are walking out to. What is playing through the speakers?
I'd play some LCD Sound System.
Oh, great choice. Great choice.
Yeah. Maybe like Drunk Girls. Love that song.
Ditto. Very good. Great band. How do you drink your coffee?
Black.
Perfect. Any race day superstitions?
No, I'm trying to not have race day superstitions.
All right. It is sunny here in the desert. On race day, shades or no shades?
Tough call. I prefer to race no shades.
But you got to look.
I have very good eyesight. I wear contacts, and you'd think maybe it could protect with dust, but man, depth perception is hard as a Homo sapien sometimes.
It is.
So
It's
I'm
tough.
gonna go no shades.
All right. Fair enough. Race day breakfast.
Oatmeal probably. Maybe like a honey stinger waffle.
Okay.
Yeah, just get in those calories, right?
Favorite local trail and local. Where are you, Claire? Are you in Boulder at the moment?
Yeah, I am in my home, Boulder, Colorado. Favorite local trail?
Favorite local trail. What do you got?
Oh, Mesa Trail all the way. Mesa, it skirts just below the Flatirons.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And so for people like me that don't like to peak every single time on a mountain, it's perfect.
How about coming off the backside of Sanitas, Lion's Lair? Have you done this descent? Newer trail.
Oh yeah, you know, Scott.
Beautiful.
That's got to be a close second.
That is such a fun descent. All right.
You maybe have never seen a mountain lion, but they have seen you.
I used to live in Lyons. I am familiar with the mountain lions of the area.
Yeah, you know.
Last question, putting you on the spot. February 12th, the dust has settled. What place are you finishing the Black Canyon 100K in?
Oh, dude, you're asking me to bet on myself?
Everybody else is doing it. Let's hear it.
Oh, I'm gonna go. My goal is top 5.
All right. You know tickets are only going to the top 3, and we are only interviewing people going for golden tickets, Claire. Come on, we got to work on that confidence.
Okay, I can update my goal to top 3. I'm happy to do that.
All right. We're taking a top 3 from Claire. Claire, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for everything you do for trail running. I know so many athletes that have been inspired by you. Keep doing what you are doing, and we will see you at the start line.
Thank you very much, Scott. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.